at 6 starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Allen.
And I'm Regina Mobley. Thanks for joining us. Let's get things started with a developing story in Virginia Beach tonight. Police there say they are in the middle of a sex assault investigation.
We're told a woman was badly beaten and sexually assaulted yesterday morning in the 700 block of 24th Street. And at this point, police tell us they're having trouble getting information out of the victim. 13 News reporter Vanessa Coria is at the oceanfront live tonight following late-breaking developments. Vanessa.
David, according to police, the victim is in stable condition at a local trauma center tonight. The 21-year-old Russian woman suffering a broken jaw, so badly beaten she could provide little information to police. What we do know tonight is the attack happened just behind me here down the street early Thursday morning. Beach police say the 21-year-old was walking down the street early Thursday morning when a man attacked her from behind, dragging her into the trees and bushes, where he punched her in the face repeatedly, then sexually assaulted her. Police say neighbors heard her screams and called out to her, scaring the suspect away. Police discovered the victim badly beaten. The area where the attack happened is widely traveled by both bikers and walkers night and day. Those we talked to today say they're shocked by the attack and will now be taking extra precautions.
My boyfriend is gone a lot, so it kind of makes you scared and wary about walking alone at night.
Again, the woman was sexually assaulted. Police say her attacker may have scratches on his forearms as well as on his knuckles. And of course, anyone with any information about this crime is asked to call the crime line at the number on your screen, 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP. Reporting live in Virginia Beach, Vanessa Coria, 13 News.
Now, you may remember there was a similar incident to this rape not too far from the location in question. That one happened back in January on Bird Neck and Virginia Beach Boulevard. Police say Corey Johnson choked a woman, dragged her into nearby woods, raped and robbed her. Johnson is in jail tonight.
Also tonight, our 13 News investigation continues into that video of a 3-year-old playing with a gun. We first showed you this video last night at 11. That's a 3-year-old playing with the gun. After the police got wind of the tape, they went in and arrested his parents for child abuse and neglect. 13 News investigator Ramona Parks picks up the story from here.
Well, Regina, we've learned that the parents are out on bond tonight. If convicted, they could spend 5 years in prison. Officials say it was a combination of their actions that led to child abuse and neglect charges.
Oh my God, he's got a handgun in his hand.
Little David Allen holds his parents' pistol near the family home on Glenhaven Drive in Suffolk. A neighbor videotaped the disturbing images and called police. Wednesday, Joni and Robert Allen were drinking and shooting other guns on the side of their home. They went to inspect the target, and that's when their 3-year-old son picked up the gun without their knowledge. Suffolk police arrested the couple Thursday night and charged them with felony child abuse and neglect. 13 News spoke with them just hours before the arrest. They insist the guns were not loaded, and they say they teach their kids about gun safety.
You know that. We talk to them all the time. We tell them you're not allowed to touch, you're not allowed to play, and we keep them broke down. They're never loaded. They're never even together. I appreciate the concern, but I would never put my kid's life in danger like that.
The neighbors who shot the video would not comment on camera. The Allens say they called the cops because of an ongoing feud. It's unclear if the Allens' 2 children are with them, family members, or social services. Reporting live with the latest, Ramona Parks, 13 News.
We have a 13 News update on the region-wide 911 outage and some good news to report. All 911 service to Verizon customers is back up and running. Around 3 o'clock this morning, Verizon started a system upgrade on the 757 area code. A glitch in the system caused their lines to emergency services to go down, forcing nearly everyone around here to look for non-emergency numbers if they needed them. Around 3 o'clock this afternoon, 12 hours later, 911 came back up. Verizon says the company is looking into what went wrong.
Now to a story you'll see only on 13 News. A disgusting discovery for a local man in his milk. He was drinking milk at a Denny's restaurant when, of all things, he found maggots in his drink. Is a story we're working on with our partners at the Pilot tonight. 13 News anchor Vince Kelly is in the Pilot newsroom with the story.
Well, it happened almost 2 years ago. Russell Long of Virginia Beach claims a Virginia Beach Denny's served him milk containing maggots. Now he's taking that Denny's to court. Russell Long claims on August 1st, 2002, this Denny's at Newtown Road and I-264 served him a glass of milk containing maggots. I spoke to the manager of this Denny's. She repeatedly referred me to their corporate public relations department. You need to call your media department. You can't answer any questions? Denny's denies the claim and has filed for dismissal. They also filed a third-party complaint saying if it is true, it's the supplier's fault. Denny's says Marvamaid would be to blame. Marvamaid has a manufacturing center in Newport News. They say they're investigating the matter and aren't even sure they supply that Denny's with Marvamaid milk. The latest inspection report on that Denny's listed 3 critical violations, none involving milk. One violation from February of 2004 found heavy cream cold holding at improper temperatures. We attempted to contact Long. His lawyer did not return a phone call. Long seeks $1 million in the suit, which says he hasn't been able to eat at any restaurants or enjoy a family meal since the incident. Reporting live in the Pilot Newsroom, Vince Kelly, 13 News.
It's a weekend of happy homecomings in the war on terrorism. First up this morning, the USS Enterprise. Sky 13 was over the aircraft carrier and thousands of sailors as they sailed back into port this morning. It's one of 10 warships that we'll see coming home over the next few days. As 13 News military reporter Mike Gooding tells us, we're likely to see many more ships coming and going in the future.
It's not every day that you get 3 aircraft carriers coming home to Hampton Roads over the course of 4 days, but that's exactly what's happening right now, beginning with the USS Enterprise. It's the new way of doing business for the U.S. Navy. More ships at a state of readiness more of the time. That's the goal of the Fleet Response Plan. That's what the Navy hoped to prove with this massive global exercise called Summer Pulse 04. For the sailors and their families, it's a matter of just adapting.
It's hard getting used to. After a couple of weeks, you kind of every day just blends into the next and do your job, keep busy. It's very simple to deal with. This is what we train to do. We love doing it, so we go out there and do our job and carry on strong.
Still, Navy leaders insist the mathematics are that the ships, like the Enterprise, are at sea about the same amount of time they ever were. It's a matter of fine-tuning. And a continuing part of testing this plan is going to be keeping this force in readiness. For now, the Enterprise will remain in so-called surge status, ready to deploy at the drop of the hat for the next couple of months. The captain says after that, in the fall, the Big E will head to Northrop Grumman Newport News Shipbuilding for about a 9-month overhaul. In Norfolk, Mike Gooding, 13 News.
There are still many more sailors heading home this weekend. The USS Firebolt crew comes home tomorrow. The Harry S. Truman Strike Group returns Sunday, followed by the George Washington Group Monday. Stay with 13 News for complete coverage as we welcome home our military men and women. Still to come on 13 News at 6. They're not in jail yet. The 2 crooks have already had their pictures taken.
They're caught on tape. Now police need your help to figure out who did it. I'm Natasha Barrett, and I'll have that story coming up next.
More fireworks in the trial of Monica Binkley, her victim sounding off to her on the stand. I'm Craig Savali. We'll have that story coming up.
And it looks like more showers around, not just on Saturday. I'll let you know about a fairly wet forecast on my 7-day. When storms like this blow through, in the 13 News Weather Lab, we see it live, using live data to track it. Other stations wait on national updates, old radar images that can be off by 15 or 20 miles, and that's just not as accurate. Using live data, we give you the most accurate forecast, city by city, minute by minute, live. So turn to the 13 News Weather Lab. We see it live in the spirit of Hampton Roads.
The average price of a new vehicle today is over $26,000. For a lot less, you can own America's favorite car, Toyota Camry. Renowned for quality and value, Camry LE starts around $20,700. Standard with air conditioning, power windows, locks, and driver's seat, AM/FM CD sound, a full-size spare, a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and more, like 24 city, 33 highway. So why settle for average when for a lot less, you can drive a Toyota Camry?
The North Carolina Company is the lowest price on fine furniture and oriental rugs. So how long can we let you take up to an extra 25% off everything? 1 weekend of generous price reductions on the most respected lines in furniture. We can't afford to take up to 25% off all our prices for long, but for 1 weekend, we will. Up to 25% off the lowest prices in furniture and rugs. Up to 25% off everything.
The new North Carolina Company. Now you can. Get ready for a whole new kind of Dodge. Introducing the all-new Magnum. First you see stunning performance. Another look reveals surprising versatility. Open it up and you'll find a tri-fold cargo floor. Bold styling that features a unique access liftgate. Even a powerful Boston Acoustics CD sound system, which makes the all-new Dodge Magnum SXT a whole different ride. Celebrate Chrysler Financial's 40th with $1,000 bonus cash. Plus, through August 2nd, make no monthly payments until 2005.
Watch Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 7 on WVEC TV 13.
The news continues with a developing story in Chesapeake. Thousands of dollars in jewelry ripped off from a car in a hotel parking lot.
Now, police already have some high-tech help with this case. Here it is. The suspects caught in the act on surveillance cameras. The break-in happened in the parking lot of the Best Value Inn off Greenbrier Parkway in Chesapeake. 13 News reporter Natasha Barrett is live in the newsroom with this daring ripoff.
Regina, this is an interesting case because police couldn't ask for more clues in their investigation. They have video and these pictures of the suspects. Now they need your help. They may not have known it, but they're caught on tape. You're looking at hotel surveillance video showing two men breaking into a car parked at the Best Value Inn in Chesapeake Tuesday. They ripped off Aaron Neal, snagging loads of jewelry left in his car worth $25,000. The next day, the same men are seen returning to the same hotel off of Greenbrier Parkway, walking up a side stairwell, bragging and telling workers they are living in the South Norfolk and Deep Creek section of the city while trying to make a profit.
And had a platinum diamond ring inside and was asking people at the party if they wanted to purchase it.
So they were showing off?
Apparently.
Running an auction warehouse in Chesapeake, now Neal is pocketing the loss. Unless someone recognizing these men tips off police.
$25,000 is just in the garbage.
Basically, unless they can do something about it now.
Now, we're also learning tonight a worker at the hotel told police one of these suspects may have the last name of Clark. Now, if you recognize these men or know anything about their whereabouts, call police. Live in the newsroom tonight, Natasha Barrett, 13 News.
Straight ahead at 6, day 2 of the dog deception trial in Suffolk.
Coming up, more victims speak out on how the supposed sales of puppies turned into heartbreak and lost money. The latest in a live report.
And then Mother Nature has some bad timing. There's rain in the forecast for the entire weekend. Jeff will have a look at what we can expect when we come back.
This weather segment is brought to you by Dodge.
Alpha, the first, a new beginning. Green Gifford has been honored by Chrysler as the first Alpha dealership in Hampton Roads. Why? Because the finest facilities at a convenient location make a great dealership. And that's Green Gifford, Chrysler Jeep Dodge.
Take your luxury accommodations with you. See Charles Barker's Lexus, Virginia Beach.
If you want new bedroom furniture, there is no tomorrow. On Saturday, Haynes Furniture will reduce all 7,000 bedrooms we own to the prices shown on your screen. It'll be the last time we'll ever be able to offer these prices. A recent international trade ruling has imposed price increases of as much as 190% on bedroom furniture. We could just let it happen quietly. Instead, we'll take one last day and give our customers bedrooms at prices you will never see again. The last day for bedroom furniture is Saturday at Haynes.
So what do you think of the Spectra?
I love the CD player, the 6 airbags. But how do I look?
Troy? Lewis? Now what do you think?
I look good.
You sure do.
He is doing whatever it takes to help you get into a new car, like offering up to $2,000 cash back or 0% financing on the sporty Spectra. Visit your Hampton Roads Kia retailers. Hurry, offer ends soon.
The entire line of Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge at one location, the Alpha dealer. More lot space means greater selection. And with 52 service bays, Green Gifford can maintain your vehicle no matter where you bought it. Hampton Road Showcase for the best values in America is Green Gifford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge.
The grand opening of the all-new Hall Nissan in Chesapeake is on, and Hall Nissan Virginia Beach will also offer the same huge discounts and savings. Save a minimum of $1,800 on every new Nissan. Add rebates and you could save over $5,000. Zero down payments, zero payments for 90 days. Every qualified buyer will be approved. Plus, register to win a free 04 Nissan Sentra or Frontier. The grand opening sale at the all-new Hall Nissan in Chesapeake with similar savings at Hall Nissan at Virginia Beach, where it's all about price.
Download WVEC.com desktop weather. You're watching 13 News at 6. Live with Regina Mobley and David Allen. From the 13 News Weather Lab, Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lawson. 13 News Sports with Scott Cash. Right now, 13 News at 6 continues.
We're back with our continuing 13 News investigation on the dog deception case in Suffolk. The trial for a woman accused of selling dogs, then not delivering on the promise, is winding down.
Investigators say Monica Binkley, also known as Monica Arnold, took deposits for puppies, then either didn't give customers the dogs or gave them dogs that were sick. Today, the court heard from more of Binkley's alleged victims.
13 News investigator Craig Savali is back on the case tonight, live in Suffolk. And Craig, what was said in court today?
Well, David, it was another day of some long testimony, David. So far in this bench trial for Monica Binkley, the judge has heard over 24 victims in this case, all who claim that Monica Binkley scammed them out of their money and out of their pets. Now, Binkley faces 29 charges for allegedly taking money under false pretenses. Prosecutors say that the Suffolk dog breeder has run this scam for at least 3 years. They say that she was falsely telling customers that their dogs were AKC registered animals, and that in some cases that she took the money and never delivered the animals at all. Now, many of those victims say that the dogs were either birthday or Christmas gifts, and many times they say that Binkley would tell extravagant lies to gain their trust.
She mentioned that her daughter was diagnosed with cancer on several occasions and that she would take her daughter to different facilities for testing and second opinions.
She said that this was her litter number, that she was AKC, she was an American Cocker Spaniel, and that she was already registered. She'd already had the litter registered. She'd already had the shots started. She'd already had the deworming started, and which I later found out when I could not locate her that she had not done any of that.
Now, this case was expected to wrap up today, but there are still 2 more witnesses in this case. It will leak over into Monday, and then the defense will be able to put on their case. There's no word tonight whether or not Monica Binkley will take the stand on her own defense. That's the latest. We're live in Suffolk. Craig Savali, 13 News.
We have an update on the cruiser caper in Newport News. Police tell 13 News they caught up with the guy they say took off with one of their patrol cars during an arrest. John Allison was picked up while boarding an HRT bus early this morning on 35th Street. Police say Allison was being arrested for drugs on Tuesday when he managed to get from the back to the front of the police car, still in handcuffs, and take off. Allison won't be driving anytime soon. He's in jail.
Now, your 13 News Weather Lab forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lawson.
Well, the rain that we had around earlier now either moving offshore or to the south, but that doesn't mean it's through. Definitely some more set to move in over the next not only couple hours, but couple of days. Actually, maybe a couple hours is pushing it. I think we are going to have a bit of a break this evening. Notice right now just some pockets of very light precipitation showing up locally, most spots. Down across eastern North Carolina, though, some heavier rain. And we also have some down across sort of north-central North Carolina as well. Some actual thunderstorms down there just on the edges of the viewing area from Bertie County and then out of the viewing area down closer to Rocky Mount. Well, let's widen this all out, though, because we also have some more storms showing up over western Virginia, and some of those are headed in our general direction as well. I'm going to show you 3 hours of movement here, and you'll see a couple of things happening. Stuff that was over us moves eastward. Stuff that's over North Carolina is sort of pivoting and staying in North Carolina, but we are seeing everything out in the mountains start to get a little bit closer and then come around Charlottesville, for example. Some of that tries to dive in here a little bit later tonight. So here's the forecast. We are going to call for scattered showers redeveloping, not as much this evening again as later tonight. Maybe a few spotty areas of drizzle or light rain before then, but for most of us, Not too bad an evening. A little cool, a little sort of damp out there. Some patchy fog, but not much in the way of actual rainfall. Lower 70s right where we are now. Temperatures holding steady. The rest of the forecast looks like this. 70 to 72 tonight. We'll call it 71 as sort of one number if we had to pick it. Some scattered showers redeveloping. Tomorrow, not going to rain all day, but like today, there will be some periods where it will rain for a couple of hours, and then it might not rain for a couple, and then some more showers moving in. Cool again. Probably about 78 to, let's say, 80 degrees, something like that. Looking ahead, the rest of the forecast, it's a wet one as well because this front out here drops in and then just sort of sits right over the eastern seaboard and doesn't move for a couple of days. You can see that in the forecast. As we go through overnight and into tomorrow, it won't rain everywhere under this area, but there will be scattered showers that continue under there throughout the evening, overnight, through the day tomorrow, Sunday as well. So we're going to continue to watch for some wet weather here. The 7-day forecast where your weekend is always in view. 79 tomorrow, 81 on Sunday. Same thing on Monday. Not much change with the temperatures. They do warm up and it does dry out a little bit after several days gradually. But until then, it's going to be a little wet around here. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm wondering if the summer's coming to a close. The temperatures are dropping, and the NFL is about to go back to work.
How about that? Training camp's right around the corner, and this is something that actually holds over until training camp. I think I got the explanation for the sport of rugby. It's kind of like football played with a hot potato. Brian Smith tells us about the Norfolk City Blues Rugby Football Club. They've been playing competitively since 1978.
Think of them as athletes in search of a second chance at challenges. The Norfolk Blues Rugby Club is as strong as ever, and not just in terms of how well they play.
I think it's the ultimate team sport. It's almost like being in a family. I mean, you have to be there every time. There's no time in a game where you can't be with your, one of your teammates. So it's that love of the game and love of being together.
The area is great. I mean, we get the Navy helps us bring a lot of international people over here, guys that have experienced rugby over and overseas, and they get to come over and experience the rugby we have here in Norfolk, and it's just growing better and better each year.
Now, rugby is not for the faint of heart. Physical and tough, those who've played football out here think the sport has more to offer.
It's not as bad as most people think. They keep thinking rugby, no pads, it's gotta hurt yourself all the time, but we're a lot smarter than football players. We don't tackle that bad. We make sure we don't hurt each other like that.
There's no blocking, and so it's not as dangerous as football. For rugby to be a game for people who want contact.
And obviously you love that.
Yes, definitely.
Brian Smith, 13 Sports, Norfolk.
We come back. You all remember the conflagration last week. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, he spoke today. We finally got a chance to hear from him, and we will in just a minute.
Of the 04s have arrived. It's Chevy's model year-end event. Don't blink. This only happens once a year. Now get $5,000 cash back or 0% APR for 60 months on every 2004 Chevy SUV. See your local Chevy dealer today.
Regent University is looking for students who just can't make it to class. Regent Undergrad offers working adults a new way to complete their bachelor's degree online. Did you know that a college graduate can earn 75% more than someone without a degree? Put your future in line by going online for a flexible, convenient degree. Visit finishyourdegree.com or call 1-800-210-0060. Regent Undergrad.
I like it like that. The July Construction Zone sale is going on at Colonial Chevrolet. NASCAR legend Rick Hendrick is building a new state-of-the-art facility. 600 new vehicles are parked off-site. We don't want to pay thousands in storage fees, so we're dealing. get 0% financing for up to 60 months, and you keep the rebates up to $6,750. Up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade. Colonial Chevrolet, 1 mile west of Newtown Road.
I'm Rick Hendrick, and I like it like that.
I like it like that.
Do you miss the playful spontaneity and sexual desire you had before menopause? If you have had a hysterectomy or postmenopausal and are concerned about diminished sexual desire, call us about a clinical research study of an investigational patch by Procter & Gamble Pharmaceuticals. Please call toll-free 866-40-WOMAN.
Closed captioning of 13 News is sponsored by Dodge. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Well, if you saw the bonfire last week, you may be shocked to know that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is back in the car for this weekend's race in New Hampshire. It was the Le Mans practice last week when you saw the flames shooting out of the car. He said he could feel the flames inside the helmet. But he's back. The burns on his chin and neck and legs. Let's hear today before qualifying.
The situation isn't as extreme as that as far as the injuries and me. I mean, I can get in the car and I can go. Let's do it. You know, what's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Well, qualifying in his car today, Martin Truex, who drives the Dale Jr. and Teresa's car and is leading the points race in the Busch Series. Truex qualified second for Earnhardt. Earnhardt will be in the car on Sunday to start the race, and actually he'll be in the car for practice tomorrow. He very well may get out of the car midway through the race. He'll still get the points that way, even if he gets out. We can see qualifying today. Ryan Newman, the last car on the track, had the fastest car on the track in qualifying. Your Tour de France, 3 more stages left. Well, 2 after today. And gee, how do you think Lance is doing? Pretty relaxed, I think. Today was just a regular flat stage with no more mountains. We got 1 more stage tomorrow. It's a time trial, and then really a joyride through Paris on Sunday. He still has a 4-minute, 9-second lead. He says he will be back to racing the Tour de France, but maybe not next year. So that's something
we've been hearing something about that. All right, thanks, guys. And that's 13 News at 6. You're up to date at this hour.
Have a great evening, everyone. We'll be back here tonight at 11. World News Tonight.
Tonight.